Why has this won? If you didn't read a single book in 2022 except this book, it would have been really good. These are all freaking flops. Welcome to the vlog. We are here today. Here and here. As the title suggests, in this vlog I'm going to be reading some Goodreads Choice Award winners, some books that I would not have picked up otherwise. I chose 3 different categories for this one, and for those 3 categories, those 3 winners were Lessons in Chemistry, Gallant, and Hidden Pictures. Today I'm in a different setup. I will not be in for much longer. I'm currently traveling home from vacation, so today's our traveling day, hence the bun and the general disheveledness. But I am going to be starting the reads for this video, so we're gonna have to work with it at the moment. So I am going to be starting with Gallant. I'm going to be listening to the audiobook for this. Let's give you a little synopsis. And it is about a young girl moving into a manor called Gallant, where she's learning a lot about the secrets of her family, both magical and non-magical. So that's the plan. I'm going to finish packing up, and I'll see you later! How's it going? I'm back home now. I did not film an update last night because I actually realized that was like the worst I have looked so far this year, and I didn't want to put you through that. I have freshly washed hair and it's mostly dry, so winning. But I did read Gallant, so let me tell you about it. Gallant won the Young Adult Fantasy Sci-Fi Goodreads Choice Award. Why? So Gallant, first of all, is, I think I gave you a description. It's about this girl who like is an orphan basically, but she has like this really funky journal that her mom had, and it's like kind of crazy, and she's like, yo, my mom went crazy, and that's why she left me here at this orphanage. But she gets this letter from her uncle she never knew to come live at Pryor. Or is it Gallant? Just kidding, it's Gallant. The family is Pryor. Anyway, and she lives there, and like the people don't really like her, but they're like, okay, like we'll like let you stay or whatever. There's some mysterious things going on, but now she is also a person that can like see ghosts. And then there's like this wall in the garden where like death lives, and she has to like make sure he doesn't get out, and she's learning about her mom and her parents and history and shit. Here's what I don't like about this book is I think it is the laziest book I have ever read in my entire life. I could compare this book to like 17 other works. Not only, like, I was reading it, I was like, okay, this is like These Fleeting Shadows. This is kind of like The Bear and the Nightingale. This is kind of like, and then I was like having all these comparisons in my head while I was reading it, and then I was like, oh no, actually, this is V.E. Schwab's Cassie Blake series combined with Addie LaRue. That's this book. Like literally, there's nothing else to it. Nothing else. It is those 2 books, put them together. Apparently it's also like The Archived, which I haven't read, but that's another V.E. Schwab. So she just like recycled her material, and I'm like, that's fucking lazy. Hi. That like concept wise, it just was nothing new, and that was really like boring to me, honestly. Also, it is shelved wrong. It's not a young adult. It's definitely a middle grade. Like this is a very like young story. It had nothing new, nothing interesting. I was like, I've read this 100 times before. I've read it by you, V.E. Schwab, before, and I was like, why has this won? So I give it 2 stars. I did also start Hidden Pictures, the audiobook. I'm only like 5% into it, and I realized that I should really read the physical book. I downloaded it on my iPad. I have it because it has pictures, and I should have kind of like connected that in my head. I might like listen to it and read it physically later today. I'm doing some query work today and other stuff. I have a doctor's appointment, which is why my mom just called me. I think I'm gonna do it that way just because it has literal illustrations that I should probably see. But like I said, this is a story about a nanny, and it also has this kind of like, I'm wondering if it's gonna have like a unreliable narrator kind of element because the nanny was a previous drug addict, and I wonder if they're gonna kind of like gaslight her into thinking that she's like back on drugs or something. I don't know, because she's gonna be seeing things and like, you know, having some dark things going on. It's a horror. I've heard it's not very horrific, but I'm interested because it sounds like Imaginary Friend, which is one of my favorite horror books. I will read that at some point and let you know my thoughts when I have them. It has been a minute. It's been a day. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday evening. It's almost 9 o'clock. I'm so tired. I have been, as you saw from the B-roll, it's been a B-roll kind of day. Woke up early, went for a run, worked on my paper for about 3 hours, built a bookshelf with my dad, and then built a dresser with my dad. And then I also edited my 2022 wrap up, which I always think every year that it's gonna be like quick, easy. No, those videos take me so long, and they're like 5 minutes long. It's okay because I like them. Also, like, you guys should be so grateful for this angle right now because the fourth wall right now, my room is like the messiest it has been in a while, and it's embarrassing. But anyways, I want to get ready for bed, as I am actually. I'll cozy up, ready for sleep. I am going to read some more hidden pictures. Currently doing a fun new thing where I wake up 15 minutes earlier than I woke up the day before to try to get myself to eventually wake up around 5. Tomorrow, I have a really fun day ahead of me. My mom had scheduled a dentist appointment. I was like, absolutely not. I instead have a facial in the morning. I'm so excited about it. And then I have iron IV thing. I'm getting an iron transfusion. So that's gonna be really fun and exciting. Gonna get some reading in while I'm sitting with my little IV. I'm fine, I guess. I don't know. My like body doesn't like me, which is kind of rude. Today I like contemplated getting rid of script, and then I was like, wait, I'm literally using it right now. I haven't done any reading. I've been so fucking busy. Ran a new route today. It was so exciting. Guys, I haven't even put any books in my bookshelf. It's the thin one. It's literally empty. But to be very honest with you, this is crooked. I still don't know how I want to organize it. The rainbow is no more because of having to like shift everything. We had to take the books out and put them back in. But I need to reorganize it, and I need to film at like the end of this week another couple of videos that I need to have my bookshelves ready for. I have no idea how I'm gonna organize it. Maybe I'll do a poll on my Instagram or something like that. So I'm gonna read hidden pictures for the next like half hour or so because I am a freaking granny. I will go to sleep and update you on my reading in the morning because I'm getting up early. 15 minutes earlier than I got up today. Ugh. Today I'm going to be talking about how I just got a facial. Guys, my skin has never looked better. She got all the gunk out of my skin. Love. Literally love. And then I got iron put back in my body. I'm Iron Man. Currently Iron Girl. But for reals, I have 2 reading updates for you. First is that I finished in pictures. I actually listened to a lot of this on audio because I was like, what if I like made all new thumbnails for my videos? And I did that, and I like it a lot better now. I don't know what to give it because the whole time I was reading this book I was like, okay, I get why this won. Because literally it has every trope ever. It's just like any other mystery I've read. And I also would never call it a horror. Don't call this a horror. And it's shelved wrong. Because it's like, young, attractive female who is like down on her luck and probably doesn't have a lot of family and like probably is alone in life comes to move into some new situation or place and has to take care of something there and is trying to take care of it, but in that is finding some sort of mystery in it and is trying to figure that out, and bad things are happening to her and or around her and she gets involved in them. That is literally every book I've ever read that's a mystery. Or a thriller. I guess it's a thriller. The twist in here though, I like cringe a little bit about it, and I'm a little bit just like, that's what we want. Like, you had the setup. And to compare this to books I've read, it's just like Lock Every Door, When No One's Watching. I don't read a lot of mystery thrillers for this exact reason because I find them to just be a copy of a copy of a copy. This makes sense why it won the Goodreads Source Award, right? Because like, if you didn't read a single book in 2022 except this book, it would have been really good. And if like that was the only mystery thriller horror, we're already mad that it's called horror, book that you read in this genre, then I'm sure it would be great because you haven't read other things that are different. And this just has like it fits the exact mold of what this is. But with that being said, is it something that I enjoyed? Is it something that I actively wanted to be reading? No. Is it something that I would call a horror, that I thought scared me, that was a new and interesting concept, that had me interested or intrigued? I would say I really liked the kid character, Teddy. Love. The pictures didn't do anything for me. Oh my god, they didn't add anything to me new to this story. It was just imaginary friend. You've lost a lot of blood. Like every book I've read is this book, which I don't want to say about the next ones. Anyways, then during my cute little iron transfusion, can you see I have a bandage? You can't see it because I have layers on. During my iron transfusion, I got a lot of reading done because I just had to sit with my arm like that. So I read like 80 pages, I think, of lessons in chemistry and I'm really enjoying this. With that being said, it already has some triggering content that I was not aware of going into. So I will tell you, like I said, this is about a woman in STEM, no, a woman in chemistry who, you know, starts out in the field when there's even less women in science, and she really has to work really extra a million times harder than anyone else there to just get her foot in the door, you know? Kind of set in the 60s, like the 60s, she has a kid and like we kind of are getting to know her kid, but then we go back and we're like, let's talk about how we got here, how we got to having a kid, which is like, like middle school health class, but no, it's like how she met her guy. But like I said, there is a little bit of triggering content. There's a very, very on-page explicit sexual assault scene that I was not aware of. So be aware of that because I was not. Some heavy language. So some weighted text. Anyways, with that being said, it is interesting. It is also like, you know, the character is building. I would say I will keep reading it and see what happens. It's kind of a longish book. I'm interested to see how that plays out because I don't know why it's so long, but I also, that being said, do not know what exactly the plot of this book is yet because I'm just getting to know the characters. So once I know more, I will let you know more. I will now go back to editing because it's all I ever do, and then I will update you when I'm reading again. And I still haven't put shit in these shelves except a Swiffer. Because maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Hello, it is Saturday. I don't normally film on Saturdays because I have been doing my weekly reading vlogs as like a business week. I have a problem because I haven't finished lessons in chemistry and I don't know if I want to be quite honest with you. Have I DNF'd a book yet this year? It's been a morning. I spilled coffee on this book so it's not drying because I'm trying to get the coffee out of it. Lessons in chemistry. 2 more chapters. Of reading, and then we will see if I will DNF it. I don't care at the moment. I don't see a plot. There's a character who's gonna die, who dies. I thought it was an animal that was gonna die, and I was more sad about that. I had like more emotions about that, about a pet's death than a human. 20 more pages and see if I want to continue with it because it's just not having a plot at the moment, and I'm like, okay, this is all great, we love women in chem, like whatever, but nothing is happening, and I am probably going to pick up one of the nominees rather than one of the winners because these are all freaking flops and they're flopping so hard for me, and I just want to read a good book and not like have this video be super negative because I'm trying to be a positive person, but it's like I read 2 books that were just like, are you serious? These won? Like what? This book I'm like, so plot, is it like coming anytime soon? I'm 30% into this book. I'd be more likely to pick up a fiction nominee, a romance nominee, or a horror nominee. My dog was being such a bitch this morning. Oh my gosh. I told you I got up early. Got up early, made toast, had coffee, great times. And I'm not going on a run today because I'm going to run tomorrow. Anyway, changing my schedule. Long run tomorrow. But my dog wanted to go out. So I was like, okay, go out. And it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. And then she's just barking and not even fucking shitting. And I'm like, and I forgot it was Saturday today. I'm going to read 2 chapters of lessons in chemistry. And then I'm going to go walk my dog and listen to the first chapter of a couple different audiobooks because I need an audiobook and a physical book. I just like cannot physically read straight. Like I read a 1,000-pager that is all the young like 2 weeks ago. I can't do it. 2 chapters, lessons in chemistry. Better wow me, bitch. 2 chapters later, I am more confused somehow. Like the dog has a perspective. Like we're hearing the dog's thoughts. Like how did we get here? I don't know. Is this about motherhood? Is that what the story is about? I can't fucking figure it out. It's like not something that's very interesting to me because I'm 20 years old. I'm gonna go on a walk. I still haven't decided if I'm gonna finish this book. I have no idea. Okay, so I sampled like 5-ish audiobooks while I was on my walk. Very short walk. And I picked 2 that I think I would enjoy to continue. Not that the other ones I won't like, I just don't think they're my thing right now. They're both horror. The first being Our Wives Under the Sea. This seemed like the most intriguing little bit that I got to listen to. I'm going to listen to it and read it along with the audiobook. It is pretty short. I think both of these are actually going to be a little bit emotional, but they were the most intriguing in like the first little clip that I got to listen to. So I'm going to try them out. First is Our Wives Under the Sea. So let's do it. It's an update for Our Wives Under the Sea, and I'm in my filming spot because I was just sitting on my bed and I was like, I feel like I need a new spot. I took an Instagram photo. That's what we did. Anyway, Our Wives Under the Sea. This is a very interesting horror. It's short horror, which is again my favorite thing. Both of these are gonna be short horror. I am loving it. Okay, so Our Wives Under the Sea is about Miri and Leah. Leah is a submarine undersea marine biologist, that kind of thing. She goes in these dives in submarines, really low in the deep in the water. And Miri is her wife. And we are kind of starting at this place where Leah had a expedition that she was going on, and it was supposed to be 3 weeks, but it turned out to be 6 months. And some shit happened, but we don't know what, and she is not doing great. Not doing great. She is not the same. She is not live, laughing, and loving. And Miri's just trying to take care of her, you know, she's just trying to be there for her, but she doesn't know what's going on, and some weird shit starts happening. This is where the horror elements come in. I didn't think, and I didn't know that I had such a, not a fear, but like these descriptions of like being deep underwater and like deep under the sea. It is like so claustrophobic feeling, and like the descriptions of being underwater, I'm like, I didn't know this was a fear until I just read this, and I'm like, I'm afraid. So that's very interesting, and I'm having a really good time reading this book. It's really interesting. It's so unlike anything I've read before, really, and I'm really enjoying the reading process and just finding out what's happening and seeing how the plot develops is really interesting. So that is going well. I also love this cover. I love the like water. Oh my god. Guys, I finished my book. My cat just yawned. Wait, look how cute she is. I'm literally obsessed. I'm literally obsessed with you. Why are you so cute? Look at me. I love her. Anyway, I finished Our Wives Under the Sea. I had a very unsuccessful trip of donating books because it's really hard to like map to a little library. It's very difficult. So, a weird snack. It's been a time. So, I finished Our Wives Under the Sea. I give this 4 out of 5 stars. It is so far the most accessible book in this video because, actually I just like hate the lighting. Because this book was so great. It was like eerie and haunting and beautiful. The relationship at the forefront of the story was just like well developed and seemed very realistic in a very unrealistic kind of situation. And I really like how kind of unexplained the book is, how mysterious it is in some ways, because it's not very obvious about not necessarily what's going on, but it's not going to be like, this is what is happening to her. This is because of this and this and this and this. It doesn't do that. But you just kind of see this relationship and how the expedition that Leah went on has affected their relationship since she's been back. You know, having either perspective, having those kind of like flashback kind of scenes of Leah in the submarine, like it's just really good. I give it 4 stars. Now I'm going to read We Spread. I again think I'm really gonna like. It seems like a similar, this one I think is psychological or philosophical horror. I don't know. There's too many different types of horror. I don't understand. I'm gonna start this now. I have to put some laundry away. That's what I'm doing because I have nothing else to do, and I'm just like filling my brain with books. Intrusive thoughts, you know, those things. We're trying to get rid of those, so we're just filling it with books. So that's what we're doing. Gonna start We Spread. This seems to be about an older woman reflecting on her life and her relationships, and specifically I think one relationship in particular. Seems like it has to do with art as well. I'll give you a better synopsis later. So I finished We Spread. Do I want to give it 5 stars? Like I kind of do. My cat is just moving. Sorry. She's gonna do that. I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars. Is it my perfect horror? I don't know. I think I read on Goodreads it's like a philosophical horror. I think I would also call it like a literary horror because it was so spooky and freaky, and I was like holding my breath a lot of the time. It made me really anxious, and just like I just really like this kind of like slow paced finding out something's not right, which you know, which is like most things, but then like slowly finding that out, slowly getting towards a conclusion. It was just very like, it was very good. I really liked it. So what did we learn from this video? The Goodreads Choice Awards are baloney. The Goodreads Choice Awards are flops. The Goodreads Choice winners are flops. The nominees are great. I gave a 4-star and a 5-star to the nominees. I gave 2 stars to the winners. So here we are. My cat is looking anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you want to see more me reading random TBR things, stay tuned because I'm gonna keep doing that. And with that being said, make sure to give a like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.